So for us, it's what we do is the holistic financial planning and kind of coaching the client to, as I said, achieve the goal, but the goal can be not just linked to money.
Hello everyone and welcome to Chroniques d'experts, a podcast produced by Open Media, available on Forbes.fr and of course all the streaming platforms, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, and of course YouTube also. Today, I'm joined by Karam Ouadahi, CEO of Ark Capital. Hello Karam, welcome.
Good morning, Karin. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm so happy to have you here today. First question, obviously, what's Ark Capital?
So Ark Capital, we are a wealth management business who's doing transborder financial planning across Europe, with the main country being France, Portugal, and Spain.
Great! Wow, you are all over. I would like to know, when you meet a client for the first time, what do you try to understand really beyond the numbers? Because you work obviously with numbers, but you're more than that. You do more than that.
Yes, correct. So we deem financial services in general as being a very cold industry. But actually, from my perspective, it's all about the human. It's all about the people. And we try to kind of understand the people, potential clients, for example. And we try to see where do they want to go, what they try to achieve, take into consideration the kind of personal circumstances, and try to draw a plan for helping them those with their long-term financial goals, basically.
You take everything in perspective, right?
Yes.
And try to understand their culture, the way they're living, and everything.
Yeah, correct. We call it holistic financial planning. Mm-hmm. So basically, we look at all the aspects of their life, and basically, we kind of professional in that field and understanding all the aspects of their life and where they want to go, and basically draw that plan with them, assess that plan, and through time, try to kind of adjust the plan, because also things happen in life. So
you talked about Spain, Portugal, France. You worked on many continents. What have this experience taught you about money, about life, about goals?
So it taught me that it's all about people, all about, where they want to go, what they want to achieve. And we deem financial planning, as I said, has been very cold and, try to see and how can I make money out of this situation, whereas we really try to put the client at the centric of our financial planning, our financial thoughts, our processes, and so I think that's what the international experience taught me.
Do we have the same goals at the end of the day?
I think so, yeah. From my perspective, I think, we're all human. We all have like different stage in our life. And a financial planner is actually going to adjust himself to the different stage of a client, okay? So there's no age to start financial planning. You can start when you start working, essentially, until, you pass. So, yeah.
Many companies focus on soft skills, but not you. You put the emphasis on real skills, on people, and sometimes on even atypical ones. Could you explain that?
Yes. I always say, when I started the business, they taught me how to dress, how to talk, how the script, everything was minute. There was and then I had the phone, and that was basically my training.
Very basic.
Yes. It's like throwing you in the water and you have to learn to swim, basically. Whereas what I tend to see is that I try to less focus on how the person look when we onboard a new member of our team, but actually go deeper on what are the qualification, what are the expense, what are the value, which is massively important to me. Obviously, we have people from 9 different countries working in Ark Capital, so we all have different culture. But core value, I think, wherever it is in the world doesn't change, and we try to find people aligned, culturally speaking, professionally speaking also with us.
Do you think you have a unique approach?
I wouldn't say unique. I think for Europe is kind of, I'm sorry, I don't want to to be mean to nobody.
No, that's fine. You can.
It's just from my personal experience I'm speaking. So basically, having lived in different countries, you see markets like Singapore, London, Dubai that are, I think, on the forefront of what we do. Okay, and actually Europe, because it's like such a vast region with so many different countries who have different culture themselves, to align or adopt new rules and regulation, it make it a bit slower. And hence, I think us being a fee only financial services business, we kind of in the forefront, I think, of what's going to happen anyway. Okay, but it's not new because it's been done elsewhere.
So if I understand it correctly, you mainly target expatriates and indirectly international wealth manager with the backing of a private equity partner, right?
Yes, correct. So our clientele is solely expats living in Europe, okay? Mainly UK nationals living in Europe, and now we're opening to new market like US.
Oh, and there's a lot coming.
Yes. For various reasons, I think we all know them, but a lot of Americans come to live in Europe at the moment, which is a market that we came in. Yeah.
So you talked about your teams and your shared values seem very essential. What is it about someone that makes you want to work with them?
Oh, that's a very good question, Karin.
I know.
I try to, we test the person. So this year we had to push back a few advisors that wanted to work with us, not because of their skills, but because of we felt that they were not aligned with us in terms of like culture and how we want to approach a client. Because it's a human-based business. It's a people business. And basically, there's some people like that put themselves first, not the client. And that's what we try to avoid. So what we try to understand on the person is what are their values, how they see their job, do they take pride on their job, do they understand what they're saying, and are they trying to sell or are they trying to help the client to achieve their goal? And that's really like where I think we draw the line, where we say, okay, obviously we try to find people who really try to help.
And you work on finance. We can see that as cold and very technical, and you bring a lot of humanity.
Yes. Well, it is really technical, and this, you cannot go around it, okay? But that's not because it's technical that you cannot be human, and you cannot have a good approach with clients. And, yeah.
So today, what does Ark Capital look like? You have many people, a lot of countries you work with. What scale of assets under management, for example?
Well, before talking about assets under management, I want to say we open in 3 markets now. We just opened an office in the UK, in Henley-on-Thames, and we plan to grow in the USA. Okay, we've got about, I think, 33 people as per today. We recruited about 6 new people the last 3 months. For me, it's huge. We're getting close to 200 million euros asset under management, which is an achievement, but it's not the focus. The focus is more, what I'm more proud about is the team that we built, the processes, the compliance, the finance department, the IT, security, etc., which was a big piece of work this year. Yeah. So
I would say we live in uncertain times, It's kind of complicated, a crisis, mobility, new generations. In your opinion, what human quality is the most precious to face these turbulences?
Yeah, I mean, what we say is when there's turbulences, there's opportunities. That's for sure. It's just like how you spot the opportunity, obviously. We tend to say that rich people stay rich. Is it true? Is it not true? I'm not sure. But what we try to see is that we work with people in movement, and those issues that are happening in the world create movement, essentially. So for us, it's an opportunity to grow, and we've been very successful in the past.
So you're growing. Where do you see Ark Capital in a few years?
Well, it's a Europe focus. Okay, so we really want to focus in Europe, grow the business here, okay? We want to grow the number of people in the team, but I don't aim to have a business with, 200 people or 300 people. We want to stay human and human size, okay? And I want to be able to know the people who work in the team at all times. So, for example, this year, I have spent a lot of time building my own processes and what should I do, because we have people like in different places, okay? So I travel every quarter to meet everyone, and to be able to keep doing this, and I cannot have a huge company, okay? So to respond to your question, like European-based, growing the relationship with the existing people, maybe having a few more advisors to help the people, because we have more and more clients, but staying in Europe for sure.
And finally, if you had to give an advice to, someone moving abroad tomorrow, what would it be?
I think it's the person is making the right choice, is going to have a nice adventure, meeting good people, a new culture, and probably never will come back like I did.
Thank you so much, Karam. I wish you the very best.
Thank you, Karin.
What I take away is that wealth is not just about investment. It's first and foremost about trust, transmission, and about people.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, in particular on the people part, because we tend to forget, we say wealth is just money, or, but actually health, we never speak about this. Like, if you don't have health, what can you do with your money?
Nothing.
Exactly. So for us, it's what we do is the holistic financial planning and kind of coaching the client to, as I said, achieve the goal, but the goal can be not just linked to money, if that makes sense. It could be transmission, it could be, health, mental health. Like, there's a lot of things we help our client with, definitely.
Thank you again, and see you soon on Chroniques d'experts on Forbes.fr.